Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. Today I'm at the New York premiere screening of Warrior.
You guys seem to have wandered off Longzy territory.
Walk away.
Well, you escalated that pretty fast. Usually there's a little more repartee.
You know there's a door right there.
Shut up and help me out.
These are tough times. We're losing money and we're losing guys.
Your sister is building an army. Now is the time to adapt or die. She ordered my death. Family can be complicated.
We have enough enemies outside of Chinatown. I no longer want to be at war.
Peace never lasts.
Cops are shutting down our businesses. All hell's breaking loose because of you.
We will cleanse our city of this alien race.
They'll never treat us as equals.
I may not be able to keep trouble from your door.
Maybe you should think about leaving town.
It's too late for that. Plus, do you have any idea how long it took to put this dress on?
I'm not a cop anymore. I can do things differently.
There's only so far you can push me.
Some folks just don't have the stomach for politics.
You're not just some magic man. You're so much more than that.
I've seen the smartest people do the stupidest things, chasing love. You were getting sentimental in your old age.
Just don't get attached.
I can be a very powerful ally.
At some point, you're gonna have to choose a side.
It didn't have to be like this.
One of my favorite things to do during the summer in the city is watching movies and performances outdoors. Lori Tan Chin and I met up with friends at an exclusive screening at the Rooftop Cinema Club in Midtown to see the first episode of the long-anticipated Season 3 of Warrior, the cult martial arts drama based on the writings of Bruce Lee, which originally aired on Cinemax and is now streaming on Max. I met Andrew Koji, who stars as martial arts prodigy and Tong enforcer Assam. I also caught up with my friend and colleague Perry Young, who stars as Father John in Warrior and has been enjoying great success on the film festival circuit, starring as the father in Kaylee So's The Harvest. The Season 1 screening was preceded by a conversation with Andrew and Perry, moderated by BuzzFeed's Carolina Reynoso.
Boss. Anyway, by the way. No, you don't. You're right. No, you can tell them. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Today, I'm proud to be here because I am a huge fan of the Back show Warrior. Can we get some hype for that, please? Thank you. And today, I'm joined by the incredibly talented and badass actors of the show. First up, we have Andrew Koji, a Japanese and British actor who plays Assam. His background in martial arts makes his moves in the show all the more impressive and deadly, y'all. Next we have Perry Young. He's an American actor and musician from Oakland, California, who plays the role of Father June. And if you listen closely, you can hear his award-winning bamboo flute playing on the soundtrack. Which, fun fact, if you watch the show with subtitles, when the soundtrack plays, it says spaghetti western. I didn't know that was a genre. Okay, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be talking to you. How are you all feeling?
What's up, Carolina? What's up, New York? Here we go.
So, I love this show, and I have a couple of questions. So, the first being, the show is based on the writing of Bruce Lee. If you don't know, now you know. And it's a martial arts drama set during the Tong Wars and in the brothels, bars, and alleyways of Chinatown, San Francisco in the 1870s. Did either of you have any prior awareness of it? Because I grew up in California, but I had no idea any of this was going on back then.
First of all, thank you all for coming. I do have prior knowledge of a lot of Chinese American history because I studied Asian American studies in college, and this is why it's so important to have CRT, critical race theory. And not even critical race theory, but let's just have proper education, right?
I think I'm English, so I don't know a lot of American history either, so yeah, absolutely no idea.
Well, the thing is, Andrew, nobody knows, right? Because it's not taught, but right now, because of the pandemic and recent anti-Asian hate violence bills, Asian American studies is starting to be required in certain states, and hopefully we'll make it a whole national thing. We need to know where we came from, right?
100%. So my next question, this line in the show hit me so hard. It's in the first season, but someone says to you, Andrew, they say, no matter how long you're in America, no matter if you can speak English, you will never be American. And unfortunately, that statement is relatable to all immigrants. My parents, I'm first generation Mexican American, my parents are immigrants. When you're filming those scenes, does it ever affect you, or how do you keep the mood on set? How do you guys keep the mood on set so it doesn't really take a mental or emotional toll on you guys?
Well, it does. Yeah. It does. I don't know. I think that's part of the process of acting.
Absolutely. I mean, when we read the script that some of the writers write, and it's just so blood-curdling because it's about racism, it's about attacking Asians, and it's stuff that I've held inside for many years as a young child and didn't really know what to do with, until I became an artist and realized that was a great outlet, was to explore this stuff. And so our show gives us an opportunity to explore it, tell the story in an artistic way, in an entertaining way that can affect society positively. So, I go through some of these scenes and it's like, oh my God, season 2, there's a riot and the Chinese person gets lynched. I'm just like, this is our roots moment. I have never seen this moment told on American television. This must have been what it felt like in the 70s when African Americans were seeing their stories told about slavery. So yes, it is. It gets me all heated up when I first read the script. But then as I consider the art part of it and I figure out how to tell the story and actually create empathy to relate to us, it becomes more joyful. So that's I think the gift that we have as actors, and we have a great show writers, and we have one right here, Josh Stoddard.
Josh Stoddard.
One of our writers.
He worked tirelessly throughout the whole of season 3 with Evan, and we wouldn't be here without you. It's just very. I mean, I had to do the nunchuck fight, and then I think I had a 1-day rest or something like that, and then I had to go do the fight with Dean Leary at the end of episode 10. By that point, I was so exhausted from the months of shooting as that, so it was really tough as well. Kicking takes a lot of hip flexor muscles, so I couldn't. We had to actually push. We had to push the filming back one day because it was too much on the body, really. So it's very tough, but I think just going off so sometimes with questions I think about it very deeply and then I come back with an answer.
No worries.
But I think with good writing and with a show like this, which I think, on the surface is fun and entertaining, but actually it's also about a period of history that's important and meaningful. I think that helps us, helps me as well push through. You know, when I'm exhausted and tough, and I know this is for Bruce's fan base, for the Asian community, and it just helps me kind of push myself. It gives me a purpose.
Yeah, I love it. Gives you a purpose. I love that answer. And so, for the show in general, how long does it take for you to train for those action scenes? Like, do you guys set months aside for you to just like learn the choreo, or like what? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it's, we've kind of got it on. We kind of got a routine now. Basically, it'll take around a bit more than 3 months. It takes you about, I don't know, 6 months if you want to get in shape. If you want to do that all the time, it'll take me at least 3 months to build it up gradually, because otherwise it's too much of a shock on the body. Especially I'm getting a bit older now. I'm 35. So I think, yeah, we start and we kind of ratchet it up, and then by the time I get to South Africa, I should be at a level where I can basically train every day for most of the day. And the fights, they come in bit by bit as the scripts change and evolve and all that stuff. I think we have to, and then as we are finding our own things, yeah, we just have to. I mean, I can learn choreography pretty quickly. Yeah, I can half an hour, bosh it out, have a cup of tea, go on.
I want to give props to Brett Chan, the stunts coordinator, and his team, because yes, Brett Chan. I mean, they are like the Navy SEAL of stunts. You know, I came into I don't do much action in the series, but I had a couple of scenes, and Brett welcomed me in to train with them, and just to train with these guys, it's like the elite, you know, and they're already doing flips every morning, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just trying to get out of bed, you know. And so these guys can learn to choreograph, and they shoot these prefaces, right, and they sort of show us what they want out of it, and we sort of learn the choreography. But and I just, you know, I see Andrew is already working, and my son, the actor who plays my son, Jason Tobin, and they're already in such great shape that you got to be able to jump in and do this stuff without getting hurt. And then on the day of filming, you got to film for 12 hours straight and not get hurt. So I'm pretty blown away just by watching that kind of athlete actor, which is another kind of animal that, you know, it's our unsung heroes in our entertainment industry.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already seen the show, the action scenes are the most brutal and the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, Perry, my next question is for you, Perry. Your character, Father June, reminds me of my own immigrant father. So I wanted to ask you about the relationship your character has with young June, kind of beyond the father-son aspect, because I feel like there's also such a deeper theme for intergenerational relationships. If you want to speak on that.
Of course. I mean, you know, first generation immigrants come, and there's two cultures that have to sort of find each other. What we come from, like, in Warrior, is a patriarchal Confucianist culture where the father is king of the house, and everything goes, you know, he has say of everything, and everyone listens to the father, and it has to agree with the father and obey the father. Of course, young June is American with his own thinking, and the great thing about being American is we're all individuals. That's not the case in China. We belong to the family first, right? One of the greatest sins in China is that if you embarrass the family, you get ousted, you know, and that's like worse than death. So I'm constantly on my son to behave, to learn the family business, to toe the line, and he just has his own ideas. So that's where the conflict is. It's like a traditional Chinese culture meets an American individualism, and there's conflict, and we try to figure it out. And I think fans of Warrior will see that we both grow over season 1 and 2, and then 3, that we find each other, and we find a place where it's sort of like an agreement on how we can move forward together outside of these systemic behaviors that are forced upon us. So I think in season 3, what happens to father and son is going to just be kind of mind-blowing.
Okay. Things about what Bruce meant to you during the process of this. So what was that like, just to see it in person, that mural?
It was really kind of meta in some ways, because I just watched the season, 2 finales, and I saw Assam's mural in season 2, and today I saw Assam and Bruce Lee's mural, and I was like, oh my God, what a strange odd world I'm in. But you know, it's very just moving. It's so moving and humbling because I grew up with Bruce Lee as my biggest mentor and hero, and I was born in Oakland, California, where Bruce Lee had a kung fu studio before he moved to Seattle. So we all claim Bruce Lee as our hometown kid, right? He showed us that there's something more than Chinatown, that we can actually do more. And it was all, he was our idol. So for me to be here and be part of this was just so incredibly humbling. And I'm just reminded of my life's journey and how Bruce was there in different parts of my journey, whether as a young kid and giving me confidence, and then as a person in college, you know, studying art and going, what kind of art am I making? And realizing Bruce's philosophy was to share the beauty of the Chinese culture. And I went, I should do that in my art, you know. So it was, and then now as somebody who's just still inspiring me to tell the best story I could because it helps humanity in this time. I mean, I'm just incredibly humbled to have been, you know, in some way touched by this incredible human being.
Yeah. I've got my answer.
Okay.
I felt like I was like, actually, you know what? This is saying thank you to Bruce, to his legacy, and I really do feel that. I feel like if I look back at my career path and my journey, like I was about to give up acting. I was done with it. I was, and there was no opportunities, certainly in England. And I kind of felt, I felt that I was like, he's giving me this job, which is more than a job. It's something different. I think a lot of other actors who've been doing it a lot longer than I have really feel like a job like this, it's quite rare. Oh yeah, it ticks all these boxes of doing something hopefully with meaning, with that's fun, that's well written, that's in a collaborative spirit, that for something and for Bruce. And I really feel like he kind of picked me back up and said, don't give up yet. And I think I have to, and since then, since Warrior Season 1, it just because it challenged me so much, but because it gave me that purpose, that drive, because of that, because of Bruce, it kind of made me want to keep going and realizing what I can do if I really apply myself. And so I think gratitude was the biggest thing that I felt, and I'll always be grateful to whatever goes on after my career after Warrior comes to an end. When it does, I think it's one of the most I think important parts of my life. So I'm very grateful to Bruce and to everyone involved.
Wow, that was beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much for speaking with me, and thank you all for being here. If this doesn't get you hyped, I don't know what will, y'all. Okay, so give it up for Andrew and Perry. And now we're gonna watch episode 1.
Episode 1.
And all 3 episodes are out on Max today, and they're gonna be coming out what's today? Thursday? Every Thursday. So get ready, y'all. Enjoy.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you so much. Support.
You know me?
Everyone loves you.
You guys must be new to town, right?
New to town, but not new to the country. We just moved from California.
Oh, we just wondered if you wouldn't mind if your daughter played with our daughter.
Audrey, say hi.
You want to play slide?
Slides off limits to ching-chongs.
Fuck you. Do you want to be best friends?
Look at me now. Guess who's going back to the motherland?
It's a big deal, going to your birth country.
We used to talk about it all the time when we were little, remember? Grand adventure to find your birth mother.
So proud of you.
Y'all calling me crazy.
Be my translator in Beijing.
Audrey, I got you. 你是个鸡吧？是个大鸡小鸡，随便你。
Cat lives there now.
Your famous college roommate.
You ready to lose to a celebrity?
Deadeye is coming, by the way.
Deadeye, your cousin?
Hey, Audrey.
Oh, hi. Hey.
Deadeye.
Where did that come from? You know, I think I get it.
I called the adoption agency and she lives in Haiching.
Okay, will you guys come with me?
Fuck yes, bitch!
I love a grand adventure. Oh, hi! So nice to see an American. What do you do for work?
It's the cops are doing a bag check.
Oh my god, you're a drug dealer?
You're drug dealers now, bitches! What the fuck?
Is that a condom?
We can't get caught with drugs in China. We'll get jailed for life.
I should never come to China. People are always thinking that I have this perfect life. I don't belong anywhere.
If you do not know where you come from, how do you know who you are?
We could still find her. Our passports are in my suitcase that got stolen.
You know who can bypass airport security? K-pop stars. Everyone remember their names?
Sassy.
Cutie.
Lisa.
Lisa, 2.
I don't believe these girls are singers.
Girls, show them.
What are we supposed to show?
You're a fan of Cardi B, right?
Yeah. Is she here? There's some whores in this house.
There's some whores in this.
Honey, you good? Did you get the Coke bags out? Yeah, but only 7, and I think I put in 8.
Just push, pull. I mean, twist it.
It's not a puppet, it's my asshole!
Hi guys, I'm Tracy Chang, one of the writers and producers of the movie. Joyride and the other one. Our names to sell and announce, but sorry. We are so excited to present to you Joyride tonight. And we have some special guests. Oh my god, our cast is here. So
Lori Tan Chin and I celebrated the New York premiere of Joyride at Metrograph, where the cocktails were flowing and the snacks were plentiful. We caught up with Lia Chang, who is also featured in Joyride. Awkwafina, Lori's Nora from Queens co-star B.D. Wong, and his husband Riker Schnorr came out to support. Joyride opens in theaters on July 7th. From the producers of Neighbors and the co-screenwriter of Crazy Rich Asians, Joyride stars Ashley Park, Sherry Cola, Oscar nominee Stephanie Hsu, and Sabrina Wu. The hilarious and unapologetically explicit story of identity and self-discovery centers on 4 unlikely friends who embark on a once-in-a-lifetime international adventure. When Audrey, played by Ashley Park's business trip goes sideways, she enlists the aid of Lolo, Sherry Cola, her irreverent childhood best friend, who also happens to be a hot mess, Kat, played by Stephanie Hsu, her college friend turned Chinese soap star, and Deadeye, played by Sabrina Wu, Lolo's eccentric cousin. Their no-holds-barred, epic experience becomes a journey of bonding, friendship, belonging, and wild debauchery that reveals the universal truth of what it means to know and love who you are.
Can we talk about the sex scene? What's the question? I like growing up in an Asian household, we never talk about sex and all. There's so much sex in this. How was it filming all those scenes? Because they were very juicy.
Ashley?
What?
Well, your parents saw it at South by Southwest.
Well, what's funny is that when I auditioned for this and got the part, I was the only character not naked and having sex, and then somehow I became the only character naked having a threesome. And I figured that it was just better to just let my parents see this beautiful movie about 4 Asian friends who really had an arc and found themselves. I just didn't tell them anything. So then they saw it, which is fun. And the next day my mom was like, at breakfast, she was like, I met the actor who was in your wrestling scene. What did it be, wrestle? And my dad was like, it's just the tuna. It's like, it's that. My mom was like, it looks like wrestling. Okay. No, but I think that, obviously intimacy corners are great. To be frank for a second and not be joking, I don't think all of us would have been as comfortable if it had not been Sherry, Teresa, and Adele at the helm of it. I knew for a fact that my body and my person would not be used as the butt of a joke in a sexual connotation, which is really, Asian women especially have been so fetishized and marginalized in that way, especially in like a sexual trope. And so there's my TED Talk. Look, you guys all keyed in. But really, I think that it was very thought through, it was choreographed, and it was fun because it was for the point of comedy, and I think we all really, especially for that montage, it was an ensemble. We all knew that all four of us had separate days doing a lot of stuff, and we really trusted each other, and we're gonna go all out too. So yeah.
When we were writing it, Teresa and I made sure to try the basketball Theragun thing first. Safety first.
We want them to sell out on Amazon Prime.
It works.
It works.
Guys, it works.
It was actually really nice. If anyone wants to put Rasmussen Legend and have a friend Theragun it so that it's We're thinking for the safety of the actors. Okay, one more, last question. Anybody?
Yes, hi.
Can you tell us more about the NC-17 other ending that got cut?
There was a dick. No.
That one. Yeah.
Okay.
There were other genitalia, but honestly, it was. I will say it was sexist because it was just they were saying there's a lot of nudity in the movie, and I was like, but there's not that actually much nudity in the movie, other than the fact that someone gets munched.
Double munch box.
The double munch box.
Yeah, that's what
It was a little bit longer
NC-17 because the double munch box.
It was a little bit longer, but again, nobody. It's not that long. It's just they were shocked by that scene, and I think it's just they weren't used to female pleasure.
Yeah. I haven't told my mother and father that scene in particular was what made it a porn. But I'm glad that we're rated R again.
Well, one of the things is Terry and I really want to write a porno after this, so that was really considerate.
And on that, bye.
And on that, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. Until next time.